But I mean, in the actual, like, you know, recording of it for the pod, I'm going to be editing it myself, so.
Going live. Someday soon, it's going live.
Is it?
Yeah,
She's thinking about
She takes a minute.
Don't pressure her.
She's just loading.
Let her load.
Here she is. Wait for her on muted.
She's got to get muted.
Hi, we're live. We're live. Can you mute? There she goes. And we're live.
Woo!
Live.
Excellent.
Kelly, how does it feel to be live?
Oh my God. It feels like exactly the same as not being live.
Being on live?
Being not alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I asked you earlier, why are we alive?
Do you want to talk about this on the YouTube live?
Should we do it? Should we get into it? It's a different podcast today.
We'll quickly just say, right before we started, Kelly looked at me and was like, why are we alive? And I said,
it's just a question.
There's
no right or wrong answer. I wasn't implying I wanted to. It was a philosophical query.
Come to us for your feel-good content of the week.
Yeah.
Are you ready to start, my friends?
Does it matter?
No. All right, let's do it. I'm actually really excited about this show because I haven't seen this pretty kitty in a long fucking time.
All right, let's do it.
Ready?
Yes.
Welcome to Fuck You, I'm Smarter, the comedy game show where we compete with a guest to be crowned the smartest person in the room. Zoom, YouTube Live.
Oh, so many places and opportunities to be the smartest person.
Yeah, and I have to say, for months now, neither one of us has been the smartest person in the room. Zoom.
No, and like no pressure to our guest, but she's probably going to win.
Oh, 100%.
Because we have been failing epically.
Yeah, and then
we just decide, you know, each time we sort of like shift who's the worst, stupidest person, who has the fucking dunce cap.
Yes. But also, when we ask our guests for like their least favorite and their favorite subjects.
Yeah.
This one had some real. She had
her favorite subjects were my least favorite subjects. Not all of them. Drama.
There could have been a chemistry in there.
That was one of the ones she liked. Right? No, it's too. Oh my God! Remember when I tried to do linguistics? I think I had to edit out most of that game because it made no sense. It got real convoluted in my head, and that's how it was expressed.
Well, let's introduce our guest.
Please.
She's a writer. She's a comedian. She's the best Twitter account.
She's hilarious. Please follow her.
She goes for it.
Yeah.
She's not afraid of cancel culture. And I love it. She works for Comedy Central. Myka Fox. Hi, Myka.
Hi. It's so good to see you guys.
Good to see you too.
So I know we've seen you since the Passover incident, but I do want to tell our guests.
Oh my God, we do have to talk about that, don't we?
One of the last hangs, like real Micah hangs that we had many moons ago. We haven't seen you in forever. I had a Passover dinner in my very small studio apartment in Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
And Micah came over and we were having such a good time.
Uh-huh.
And she opened a bottle of wine with a giant, like,
one of the bunny ears corkscrew things.
Bunny ears corkscrew. And she pulled it up.
Right.
Hit her under her lip, like right in her little, like between the lip and the chin, right in that little divot.
Yep. And
completely pierced through her fucking skin.
Yeah. I mean, that's one way to do your body piercing.
It's so funny to remember that. That was like such a humiliating moment for me too, because I was like, I don't know. I just felt like kind of like on the edge of the friendship, you know, like it was very new.
Yeah, we were just starting.
Right, we didn't know each other that well. Yeah.
And I was like, I'll figure it out. So of course I was like just drinking so much to like overcome the anxiety of that.
Sure.
And I still have a scar there.
Oh my God.
Can you see this?
Send us a picture for the
you can see
media.
it.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yes. Okay. So for the listeners,
God.
It's in the perfect spot because there's a little divot in your skin.
Yeah,
so if
you
you're
wouldn't
looking
notice
at Myka
it.
straight on, you would never able to
see
notice it. But if she like sticks her tongue in there and like moves it forward, you can see it.
It went clear through. Like you could have
through. You pierced it.
But it was like this clean. It was so crazy. It's crazy that I didn't break a tooth or like my jaw.
That's true. Yeah,
I didn't go to the doctor. I was so poor. It just healed beautifully on its own.
It was a beautiful moment in our lives where we didn't have health insurance and we were drinking too much.
Yes.
And no one was about to like do anything about it.
No, we're like, should you go to the doctor?
Yeah, we
You're
kept
like,
partying.
I don't have insurance. We're like, yeah, I get that. Let's just keep drinking. I mean,
to your credit, you guys were so cool about it and like did not make a big deal of it. So we were just sort of like, because I don't remember being in a lot of pain. Maybe I was.
We're probably a couple bottles in.
Right.
Right. I'd been anesthetized.
Yes.
I feel like you were very much like, I think we all have a little bit of this in us, which is why we get along. You were like, it's cool. I'll figure it out tomorrow.
I'll deal with it later.
Nothing's bleeding. It's great. And
I'm not gonna die. I'm here. Let's just keep going.
Literally a split in your entire face.
You split your face in half.
It wasn't bleeding either, really, right?
No, it wasn't.
I don't think so.
It was a clear piercing.
Yeah, you were so cool about it. I
What
remember
a
you
champ.
being like such a champ. You were just like, you know what? It's fine. I'm like, really? You sure? You're like, yeah, it's totally fine. And it kind of was.
It was kind of amazing. Well, you're a hero. You're a hero in my eyes.
Thank you.
That may have been the same Passover where I also burnt my hand on your oven.
Probably.
I'm not sure, but it sounds about right.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those where just
Small
like
spaces,
everyone's getting hurt. Yeah.
Too much alcohol.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
That was the smallest studio.
Well, Micah, it's lovely to see your non-pierced face.
And if you had gone with it and kept it pierced this whole time, that would have been fine too, you know?
Yeah.
It would have taken like a full, like, tongue depressor or something to go through.
Yes,
like it was not
true.
as small. It was like long and flat.
It was huge. Micah, you are in Brooklyn right now.
Yes.
And I started doing like a little research on you before the show, and I was like, wait a minute. Where is Micah from? Where are you from California?
I'm not. I'm from Arizona. Here. I went to college in California.
Got it. Okay, so you're from, where in Arizona are you from?
Scottsdale. The Dale of Scotts.
Oh.
Now
see, that knowing I don't like that. I don't like
that. I don't
really know anything about Scottsdale.
The O comes from, we've been to Sedona. We've done Phoenix. Where is Scottsdale again? Like, that's what that O was.
Yeah,
right?
It wasn't a knowing. It was a non-knowing.
It was a non-knowing.
It was an ignorant O.
It's like Scottsdale is Phoenix, is Paradise Valley, it's like Tempe, which is where the college is. It's when you fly over it, there's one pool of light, and Scottsdale's in that pool.
Got it.
Okay.
It's hot as fuck in Scottsdale, Arizona.
True.
So
correct.
You got stuff. Look at you.
Well, I went to Phoenix once, and I was like, I don't know how people live here.
Yeah.
Like, it was so oppressively hot, and everything had a mister. Like, you couldn't be outside. Everything had like water spraying on you. Like, you were going to dinner, and there was like you were eating sushi with just water shooting on you. I'm like, how do people do this?
That's actually it's nightmare, and you shouldn't live there. Like, I'm shocked. When I was growing up, I was like, we shouldn't be here. Like, I was born in the summer, middle of summer, right? And so like on my birthday, like I remember like running around barefoot and burning the bottom of my feet so bad on the concrete that I couldn't walk for 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
Like, that's not something you think of unless you live somewhere like that. But I get that. Like, it is really crazy hot there. And when did you went to school, you were there all through your childhood, and then you went to school in California?
Yeah.
What kind of a student was little Micah Fox?
In high school, I was a bad one, like a really bad one. Like, I barely graduated high school, I'd say. I ditched a lot of class. I slept through a lot of class.
What would you do when you ditched? What was your go-to, like, day?
So a lot of times, and this is kind of embarrassing, I would just kind of like hang out on campus, fucking around, like walking into other classes.
Amazing. I love that. Yeah. Like, you're like, I'm anywhere but my class.
Yeah, like it was like if it was a class, I was just like, this has no use for me, but I still like want to stick around for, a friend, or like I had a you know, like maybe I was in a play afterwards and I wanted to go to rehearsal. So I was like, I'm not going to go too far.
Yeah, right. I remember doing that too, kind of staying on campus, but then like going into the bathroom and smoking a cigarette, or like just walking around where they're not going to catch me.
Yeah. Right. You know, and it's like, I think I got away with murder in school anyway, because I would do shit like be in other people's classes, and they never really stopped me.
It's wild.
I could see you, Myka. I could see you being like, kind of like a female, like Bart Simpson. Like, like getting in like some fun trouble, talking back.
You're kind of right. Like I was like constantly like I would do the shit where I'd like pull a seat out and someone would fall, but everyone was like, that was just fucking mean. That wasn't funny. Like
mean. Yeah.
Yeah. I so did. I had like Bart was still like a dork despite having like don't have a cow at. That was very, I think you hit it. Yeah. All these years I was worried about being a Lisa, and here I am a Bart.
No, you're a Bart. Yeah.
I've met a couple of people in my life that are just mischievous in the right way. That I'm like, they're very Bart-like in the way that they handle themselves, and I kind of gravitate towards those people.
Yeah, you're a Bart lover. Barts. Yeah,
because I mean, he made the whole show. Like nobody cared. We loved Marge. We loved everyone, but like it was really about Bart. You know?
Was it
really?
I think it was Homer, but
I was gonna say I felt like it was more about Homer, but
I liked actually Patty and Selma. Those are my two favorites.
Yeah, they are. Lindsay and one of our friends are called Patty and Selma in our friend group.
When we get drunk,
and smoke cigarettes.
That's sweet.
Patty and Selma. Wait, so Myka, you were like linguistics, statistics. I'm like, Jesus Christ. When did you turn it all around?
Yeah, when did you turn into a brainiac?
College? It really surprised myself. I think there was like a combination of like not having to be at home, where, you know, which is like, because I was like, regular school was mandatory. And so I was like, fuck that. I'm nobody's like prisoner. You know what I mean?
So
and then college, but college was obviously like completely optional. You know, like I was like, I could choose to not spend this money, to not be here. And for some reason, the maturity of that decision like really weighed on me. And I was like, if I'm here, I'm going to really
do it.
And became like a straight A student in college.
Amazing. And what did you major in?
Psychology and linguistics.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. So you know how to talk to serial killers.
Yeah.
you know, it wasn't that interesting. It was not that, which is why I got the linguistics degree as well. Cause I thought like psychology was going to be like, oh, cool, I'm going to find out what's wrong with my mom. But then instead it was like, it was just like, you know, Broca's area, if you damage it, then you won't talk good. I'm like, you know what I mean? And, and like all, and every, it's not a real science. I did a whole degree in it. I don't, you know, they're like, well, this cluster of symptoms is what we call this. And I'm like, well, what's the cause? And they're like, well, we don't know. And I'm like, well, how do you cure it? And they're like, well, we don't know. I'm like, well, then it's just really, you're clustering symptoms into groups.
Right.
That's not really, it's not very useful information.
Yeah.
And then, so what was the draw towards linguistics? I mean, obviously you're a writer and like, you know, you're a comedian. So speech is, you know, important and like the thought process behind it. But like in college, what were you like? I don't know. What did you want to do? What do you want to do with it? Yeah.
I didn't want to do anything with it. You know, I would have. Yeah, I just was really. I didn't even. It was like the way, like the study of it was something I was thinking about in my own mind and didn't know it was even a school of thought. And then my college roommate was an arts major, and in the arts program, linguistics counted as a math credit, so she had to take it. She thought it was going to be the easiest math credit to take. And I was helping her study. And I was like, oh my God, like, this is the most interesting shit I've ever heard. And like, you know, I'm going through her like flashcards and I know the answers like long before she does, like I'm obsessed.
Hilarious.
So I just like started taking every class I could. And next thing you know, I had a degree.
Wow. That's so cool. Where in California did you go to school?
UC Irvine.
Okay, so you were in Irvine, which is where Dave Matthews is playing tonight and tomorrow night, just in case anyone's interested.
Well,
is that
not by the
so?
time this comes out, but
do you keep his calendar like on alert on your phone?
She loves Dave Matthews.
I don't, but I have like a running joke with our group of friends.
It's not a joke.
Well, when we go on vacation, we make Bloody Marys and listen to Dave Matthews and like sing it on the top of their lungs. And so we just got back from vacation, and my friend Tim, that I have the joke with, he texted me a screenshot that they're in town this weekend. I was like, oh man, I got plans. Like, sorry, I can't go this year.
I don't know why you guys think it's a joke, because you actually do enjoy it. Why just live your truth? You're a Dave Matthews fan.
Listen to Dave Matthews.
You know all the
anymore.
words. You know all the words. Yeah, but we don't listen to Weezer anymore. We went to go see Weezer, and they played their old shit, and we were in heaven.
Right, but that's the difference. I would pay money to see Weezer still, and I wouldn't pay money, I don't think, to see Dave Matthews, unless it was an ironic joke.
I don't know why you can't just
get over it. Okay,
be who you are.
Micah, I'm sorry about the Dave Matthews.
Sorry, we had a Dave Matthews tangent.
I have a question for Micah though, because we met Micah through the comedy scene.
Yes.
What was your friend group like when you were young, like, and then into high school? What kind of kids did you hang out with?
It was rough. I don't want to like blow my embarrassing story, but like.
You can blow it. You can always blow something else later.
I always, I found that to be true.
Yeah.
I always like, I friend group hopped. I had one good friend throughout time, but it was like, I always had like one or two friends. Like I was never like in the group. I was never, part of the big group. I was just kind of like, I remember a lot of like lunch times being like, every day being like, shit, who am I going to sit with? And like trying to finagle a spot at the table, like every day. Like I couldn't keep it consistent from day to day even.
Yeah. Oh, that's so much stress.
Yeah, it was, very like uncomfortable, a very uncomfortable elementary to even through high school.
Yeah.
It's excruciating to be a child.
I know.
It's so excruciating.
And kids are so mean. And while I think that they've gotten to be much more woke,
kids are a little more aware today.
They are. But
because we're learning about the things, I don't know, I guess that therapy and psychology never taught us. Mm-hmm. Now it's teaching other people. It's teaching the younger generation how to be like better humans.
Yeah. I have a client who canceled our session today because he has a daughter who's maybe 12. Yeah, because she's had her shot. So I think she's 12. And they are from Dubai, and someone was like calling her the Taliban or something horrible. And they had to have like a meeting today at school. And I'm like, that just sucks that's like still, that kind of bullying still happens. Yeah. Like, I just thought we were like,
I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, I think the kids are still horrible.
Okay, yeah.
Were you ever bullied, Micah?
I was. I had a bully in middle school who, for some reason, I think like they can sense weakness, and they're like, because I was like, I was not coming at anybody, you know what I mean? Aside from the chair pulling aside, I think I learned that lesson in third grade and got over it. But like, there was this girl, I won't say her name, because I'm still scared of her, but she, she made fun of how I walked once, like, cause I like, my feet point out and I kind of walked like a duck, I guess. And she was like, did a whole thing and was like getting huge laughs. And then like, but now later I'm like, I think she was drunk and it was middle school and there's no way she was having a better time than I was.
If she was already getting drunk. Yeah.
Like, I think by the time I think she probably got kicked out of school some point in high school and was like teen pregnancy and I relish in it.
Duck walk. Yeah, I'll take that duck walk. I submit to the duck walk.
My walk was made fun of by one of my best friends. That's
really?
That's how fucked up my friends were. That they were the ones bullying. Apparently, I took really like long like glides. Like you can ask Justin. He was the instigator of that.
Okay.
He would like literally make fun of my walk, like walk alongside me, like doing his exaggerated version of my walk. I'm like, you're a piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
Because you were like so tall and graceful.
Right. Just couldn't handle your arched feet.
Yeah.
Because Kelly has crazy arched feet.
I had huge feet. Like
couldn't handle it.
Like a ballerina. I really missed my opportunity there.
You really did.
I really missed my calling.
It's never too late.
Yeah, well, I think it is. I don't think I'm going to become a ballerina.
Should we play our games?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Mike, are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I'm ready.
Can we start with statistics?
Please, let's get it over with.
So, okay, can I caveat? I know I said it was my favorite subject then.
Sure. No, we understand.
Oh, we get it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
all right.
We don't expect anyone to know anything because we.
Okay,
and that's
good.
Like what this game is for. Like, I mean, what this show is for. Like, we forgot everything we ever learned.
Yeah.
You know. So what do we need to relearn, and what do we need to learn?
And I never even took statistics.
No, me neither.
And I'm teaching the class, so I wouldn't be worried about it.
It's a fair point. Great.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So we're gonna play a game called Survey Says.
Okay.
Price is Right.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
No, that's
What is it?
Family Feud.
Just kidding. Survey Says, just like Family Feud. So my first question.
Oh wait, is it Price is Right? Did they do that too? No,
I think
it's Family Feud.
It's Family Feud. Okay. Micah, do you have a piece of paper and a pen next to you?
Yes, I do.
Grab it. We're gonna do like Jeopardy style, where you're gonna write down the answer and then you're gonna read it to the class. Okay.
Oh my God, so many game show references.
Yes. So my first question is for both of you, worth 1 point.
Okay.
I just want you to write down, what is statistics?
I hate you.
What is statistics?
Okay.
Just write down anything you can. What is statistics? Because when Myka told me her favorite subject is statistics,
that was your first Google search.
What is statistics? And how am I going to teach this class? What is? And when you have the answer, let me know. What is statistics? What is it? What can it be? Who can it be? Is it a noun? Does it have feelings? Do we use it every day? Kelly is writing down a series of numbers. Interesting.
Oh, fuck. You know what? This is crazy. It's been so long since I've been in school or used a pen and paper, and I'm left-handed, and I already have the ink all over.
Bummer.
And my thing is all smeary already. I'm like, I'm back in school.
You're back in school already. First question.
Okay.
Myka, do you want to go first?
Sure.
What is statistics, Myka?
Should I show my thing?
Sure, show your thing.
It is a mathematical understanding of life's coincidences.
Oh, okay. A mathematical what is it? A
mathematical understanding of life's coincidences.
Kelly, what is statistics? That is incorrect. I'm just kidding. What is?
Were you listening to my answer, Kelly?
No, she wasn't listening at all. She was in her own head. She drew a bunch of numbers, a swirly thing, one of those
just
weird
numbers and lines and
you wrote solve for X,
doodles.
Which is not
It's
statistics
algebra.
at all. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but But
Here's
that's
the
literally how little I know about what statistics are.
Incorrect, Kelly.
Okay.
Wallace Barnell.
I just
Myka
figure
gets
like
a
they're all
point.
related, you know?
Myka gets a point because she used the word mathematics.
I showed you.
No.
Okay.
So, statistics is a branch of mathematics dealing with the collection, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of masses of numerical data. So, coincidences, I don't know, but it's mathematical. So, yes, I'm giving Myka a point for that.
Yes.
I mean, congratulations.
Yeah.
She didn't really get the answer right, but it's
But
okay.
she knew it was
okay.
math.
Yeah. Okay.
She knew it was math. Okay.
Well, I knew it was math. The first thing I knew it was one.
Right.
Yeah.
I understand.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, if I get a point, I think Kelly should get a point, but
Oh, that's sweet of you, Micah.
Micah, you're very kind.
It's okay. I drew like the larger than like the symbol with like alligator teeth. So it's okay.
We'll make sure to take a picture of that before the end of the class. Okay.
It's brilliant.
For both of you, again, write down your answer. Let's talk about statistical questions and non-statistical questions. What is the difference, and can you give me an example? Statistical questions and non-statistical questions. What is the difference, and can you please write down an example? Or if you can just think of an example of one of them, and you could try to explain it to me. But what's the difference between statistical and non-statistical questions? And can you give me an example? Let me know when you're ready. And then after this, I think these questions will be a little more fun.
Oh, this isn't fun?
Well, we started with a bang. Listen, at least we didn't do math, okay? Because Micah hates math, and sometimes we torture our guests with math.
Okay.
Micah.
Yes.
Ready to answer the question. So let's let Micah go first. Micah, please tell me the difference between statistical and non-statistical questions and an example.
Okay, a statistical question covers a mathematical look at numerous data to arrive at information. So a statistical question would be something like, what percentage of people who don't get vaccinated have a learning disability?
Oh, good question.
Whereas a non-statistical question would be like, is death good?
Great questions. Very smart. Makes you think.
That's good.
Micah gets a point.
That's really good.
Kelly, what did you write?
Statistical questions have math, and like non-statistical questions don't.
Okay, can you give me an example?
How many maths are commonly taught in high schools in America? Statistically speaking.
That's
statistically speaking. Put that at the end. Right?
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Just compare that with a non-statistical question.
What's up?
Oh, I'm going to give you a point.
Okay.
It's sad, but I'll do it.
It's very sad.
So yes, a statistical question is something that has like a percentage, a range, an average.
She used the word data. That was really
Data's
smart.
really smart.
Yeah.
And then a non-statistical question is like a question like, what's up? Right. That was very smart, Kelly. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, let's get to the fun stuff. We're going to talk about some of the craziest and weird statistics of all time.
Okay.
You're going to write down this answer. We're going to keep going Jeopardy style.
Oh my gosh.
A study conducted by Sleepopolis reported...
It's a fake person.
Sleepopolis is
it
like
a website?
A company or something.
Okay.
Reported that 34% of adults sleep with blank. 34% of adults sleep with blank. What do you think 34% of adults sleep with?
And this is controversial.
Statistically speaking.
Okay.
Kelly, do you want to answer first?
I wrote they're farm animals.
Oh.
But I don't think it's right. But that's just the first thing that came into my head. So I thought, go with your gut.
Good guess. Micah, would you like to guess?
I think I was real close to Kelly's guess. I said men.
Oh, incorrect. Incorrect. Kelly was closer, but not quite there. They sleep with a stuffed animal, blanket, or another sentimental object.
Ooh.
34% of adults still sleep with a binky, basically.
Could a vibrator be considered a sentimental object?
Yes.
Or the penis of your ex-husband?
No.
Okay. That you've detached. Never mind. Go on.
Okay. Next question.
Would never do that.
According to stats done in 2015, each American generates about 4.48 pounds of blank every single day. Each American generates about 4.48 pounds of blank every single day. Write down your answer. What do you think we generate almost 5 pounds of every single day, statistically speaking? Should have named this this game, statistically speaking. Kelly, what did you guess?
Poo-poo.
Poo-poo. Kelly's guess is poo-poo. Micah, do you have a guess?
Wait, you think the average American shits 5 pounds of shit?
I poop twice a day. Some of them are hefty.
Poo-poo.
I was gonna say bullshit, but
Bullshit. We're similar answers.
We have a theme here. I see. Both of you are incorrect. It's trash.
That was my second guess, but
trash, totaling 1,642 pounds of trash per year, according to the EPA. All right, next question, you trash bags. Number 5. Over the past century, the name blank has been the most popular male baby name 44 times. 44 years, not in a row, but over the past century, this name has been the most popular male baby name. What do you think that name is?
I have a guess.
Kelly, what's your guess?
I think it's Michael.
Interesting choice. Micah?
I said Mike.
Ooh.
So
You guys are both correct.
Ooh.
Wow. Good job, guys. Good job. For extra credit, what do you think it is for females? Female babies?
for the last 44 years.
Yeah, over the century.
Over the
Karen.
century?
No, it's Jennifer.
Jennifer?
Over the century.
Yes. What do you think?
Mary.
Oh my God! How did you know that?
Is it?
Yes.
Because if I'm thinking of the whole century, that was a very popular name.
Whoa!
You know?
All
But
right.
Jennifer probably for the last, 20 years, or maybe, 30 years or so.
You're right.
Wow.
Right?
All right.
More recent, I bet.
We're going to do 2 more questions, and I just want to let you guys know, you both have 3 points.
Whoa.
So this game is tied.
Whoa.
Okay? So let's get our shit together. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. I'll do a fun one, because these are really fun.
Yeah, statistics is so much fun.
There are nearly 12,000 annual injuries in the U.S. related to this household object falling on people. 12,000 annual injuries in the U.S. because this household object fell on a person. Write it down, and when you're ready, let me know. What is falling on people? Micah has a guess. Kelly, I'll wait till you write it down. What's falling on people, you guys? What is falling on people? Micah, what's your guess?
I'm going to say air conditioners.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Kelly?
I wrote duck, and I'll tell you why.
Explain.
My sister and I counted one time how many bird houses, fake ducks, fake or real buoys that are shaped like not buoy, but like a duck. What's it called? Like a
knick-knack?
Yeah, it's a knick-knack, but it's meant to
be decoy.
A decoy. Thank you.
Yes.
And then, not to mention, all the embroidered pillows with birds on them, whatever. Me and my sister counted, I think, over 150.
In your mom's house?
In our mom's house, over 150 bird-related items. So, I guess maybe this is sort of my family-centric, but, if it was my mom's house, it would be one of those, duck decoys that's high up on a shelf.
Okay.
Or, a plate with a duck on it, you know?
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, no one got this answer correctly. The answer is a flat screen TV.
Oh, shit.
That's okay, you guys. We've got one more question left. The game is still tied, 3-3. Last question. The average person could fill as many as 23 2-liter bottles with the amount of blank they produce in a month. 23 2-liter bottles you could fill with the amount of blank the average person produces in a month. What do we think we're filling with those water bottles?
I have my answer.
You have your answer?
Mm-hmm.
Micah, let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Kelly?
Same as before.
Poop?
Yeah, shove it in there. Yeah, shove it in.
Poo-poo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Micah?
I'm going to say blood.
Ooh. You guys.
Pee-pee?
It is a bodily function. It is
Spit.
saliva.
Spit.
Oh, shit.
Saliva. 23 2-liter bottles. That's statistics, you guys.
Wow. Statistics is fun.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
Good job.
It's just like I remember it.
Yeah,
right?
Sure, yeah.
Survey says.
Wow,
Look,
that was
I
beautiful.
was going to really teach you guys statistics, and then I realized I don't understand it. So this is what we got.
Got it. All right, kids. Second period.
Woo!
We are going to music class.
Oh.
Now, Micah, you said you were in marching band, so today our class is called Marching Band Bonanza.
Wait, I have a question for Micah. What did you play in the marching band?
So I only did it for a year, and I didn't actually march. I was in the pit. So I played like the like marimbas and like the big chimes and stuff.
What is a marimba?
It's a wooden xylophone.
Oh.
Got it. Oh, those are pretty. I like that sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You played that in what?
And like there was like these big chimes. I'd like wheel out all this like crazy shit. It was
Chime person.
you know, like it's like they're like tall, long pipes basically, and you smack those around.
Wow, you're so talented.
I really only wanted to go on the band cruise and that was pretty much it.
They just had the best trip, so you're like, I'll join that club.
I get it.
Yeah, good for you. Strategic.
I like it.
It's just, does strategy have anything to do with statistics? No, not really.
No.
Okay.
Just sounds similar.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Marching Band Bonanza. Here we go.
This is from an article entitled Marching Band Facts for Kids. Now, I don't know if you guys knew that a marching band is a group of instrumental musicians who usually perform outdoors. Were you outdoors? Not
often.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like they can't fit all of that indoors.
That's true.
You know?
No, you perform at a stadium.
Yeah,
they're seldom a parade. Some, you know, on a big day. Oh man.
There's only so many parades. And
in Arizona,
God knows if there was one, you were there.
That's right.
Away. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, and it usually combines movement like marching and I don't know, making formations or whatever the hell you guys do. So boo. Number 1, let's start with you, Micah. So typically there are 3 types of instruments in a marching band. I would like you to please make the sounds of these different instrument categories to show what they are, if you don't mind, as your answer.
Okay. There's 3 types. That's interesting because I would have not said that many. All right. There's the right. Okay. And then there's rat-a-tatty-tatty-tat.
And that's percussion.
Percussion, brass. Oh, and then the reeds.
Yes, the woodwinds. Wow, very good, Micah. That was brilliant. Brass, woodwind, percussion are the 3 main. Yeah, very nice. So, Lindsay, we're going to get into a little history here for your question.
Great.
Percussion and wind instruments were used on the battlefield since ancient times. So this comes from, military, right? The development of the military band from such predecessors was a gradual development of the medieval and early modern period. And then there's a prototype that in the Ottoman Empire, like the old, the old Turks, that we think that our modern day marching band comes from them.
Interesting.
And then it says the European tradition of military bands, which are the basis of our modern day American marching bands, formed in which period influenced by the Ottoman tradition? Was it A, the Baroque period, B, the Renaissance, or C, the Industrial Age?
Really?
Yeah, really. Bitch.
Baroque, Renaissance, Industrial?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even
know
did
what
statistics.
The
industrial is. What is that again?
The Industrial Age?
Yes, tell me about it.
Like electricity and cars and other things.
I'm gonna go.
And before that,
I'm going
printing
Baroque.
press. I don't know.
Going Baroque.
That's correct.
Woo! I feel like
that
it's old
is
school.
Correct. Yeah. So Baroque is actually a style of art, but it comes from from about 1575 to about 1770. So that period of time.
That's between. Century.
That's the 1700s.
I know.
You're learning. You're so smart. Wow. Yeah. So Baroque is it's kind of between the styles of Renaissance and Neoclassicism. For all you art nerds, I don't really know what that means. And it started in Italy. So Micah, your next question. We're talking Baroque. The word Baroque was first used in France to mean works of art that did not follow the current trend, even though it's from Italy, right? But that's what it meant in France. And then the word itself actually comes from the word barocco, meaning something like strange, and it was first used for irregularly shaped pearls. And what language does this word Baroque actually come from the word barocco? Is it A?
Multiple choice.
It's multiple choice, yes.
That's helpful.
Is it A, Turkey, B, Turkish, B, Spanish, or C, Portuguese?
Oh,
let's say Turkish.
No, it's actually Portuguese.
Damn.
Was it? Yes. Oh, sorry, I didn't give you a chance.
Because I felt like you said Spanish and Portuguese, so it was going to be one of those. And then I felt
I didn't say Spanish. I said it came from Italy, and it meant something in French.
Well, forget it.
Yeah, well, good job.
That was my guess.
Well, neither one of you got it right. Yeah, so
are you allowed to steal a point back? Did you just miss your chance?
Usually, but she didn't give me an opportunity to do it.
Sorry, I bowled over you.
But Micah, usually, yes. Thank you for bringing it up, because usually we give people a chance to fucking steal.
Listen, when I'm the teacher, I make the rules, okay? All right, next question. Lindsay.
Yes.
Drummers summoned men from their farms and ranches to muster for duty. It's not as sexy as it sounds. In the chaotic environment of the battlefield, musical instruments were the only means of commanding the men to advance, stand, or retire. And in the mid-19th century...
1800s.
Good girl. Each smaller unit had their own drummer, as well as another musician who sounded the daily routine. What other musician did they have? There was a drummer.
Trumpet?
Well, I'll give you an A, B, and C if you want it. It was A... a French horn player. Okay. So there you go. That's close, right? B, a fifer. Or
what's a fifer?
They play a fife.
Like a flute?
Similar to the piccolo, actually.
Got it.
Or an oboist.
Really?
She already said trumpet, so.
Excuse me, Micah.
She had her answer. She had her chance.
I'm going with a fifer.
That's right.
Yeah, why would you ever make that up and put that into a question?
Because it's a real thing.
Well, I'm on to you, bitch.
Oh, wow. A fifer. Yeah, who knew?
Fifer.
Fifer goes west.
Like a Jodie Pfeiffer? What's her name?
Yeah.
Michelle.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Thank you.
Oh, I thought you were just doing like a long, like a hard left turn into Jodie Foster.
No, I think I mixed the two of them together as one human, and it became Jodie Pfeiffer.
Interesting.
But Micah,
interesting mix.
She got it.
All right, Micah. Instruments during the 18th century.
The 1700s.
Good girl. Included fifes, drums, oboes, French horn, clarinet, and bassoon. Speaking of oboes. They are a high-pitched woodwind instrument, and the name oboe comes from the French language. Comes from the French language. It comes from the French word hautbois. I know it sounds German when I say it, but that's how it's pronounced. It's like hautbois or something, but I like reading it hautbois. So what does that mean? What does hautbois actually like translate to? Is it A, high sound, B, high wood, or speaking of, C, the erect penis of a young boy?
Oh, how young?
I'm
not saying.
Good.
Well, I mean, I really appreciate you narrowing it down for me. I'm gonna say high wood.
That's correct.
Yes.
Micah Fox.
Nice.
High wood all day.
High wood, baby.
Speaking of high wood.
Just tell me about it.
Everything.
Speaking of high wood,
Talk to us.
I borrowed a pen from Kelly, and it's a Days In pen. And I'd like to know where you were,
the days
and who you were with.
I don't remember, to be perfectly
honest. Really?
Because
it looks like a brand new pen.
It's not, though. It's got to be before 2020.
Where were you? When were you at the Days Inn?
I'm literally telling you, I don't know.
What city were you in?
I don't know.
Just wondering.
No idea.
I don't remember you staying at a Days Inn, but
it was probably when I traveled across country with my mom. Okay, it was innocent.
Okay, just ask.
You think I'm gonna have sex in a Days Inn?
I don't know what you do on your own time.
It's possible. I don't know.
All right.
Lindsay, last question.
This episode is sponsored by the Days Inn.
Meanwhile, I'm like hiding all my pens that say like whorehouse shithole.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no! What happened?
Oh no!
Card full.
Ooh.
We're recording on that.
We're gonna have to use this.
Okay. So that's just what we have to do, right?
Well, I don't know when it stopped recording. Maybe I could delete something real quick.
Whoopsie doozy. Sorry, Micah. We'll be right with you.
We just never delete anything, so
right.
that's on us.
And this is like great content for the YouTube Live.
Oh, they're loving it.
See all the behind the scenes.
I actually don't know how to do it. Do you know how to do it?
While you guys are doing that, I'm going to talk to your YouTube Live audience, you know?
Just
see what's going on out there. Hello? Hello, YouTube Live. I hope you've been entertained so far by this podcast as much as I've had fun. You know, I hope you've been playing along on your own and you've been coming up with some good answers. I'd like to take this moment to promote my very hysterical podcast, Great Hang with Tim McLaughlin, hosted by Myka and Tim. It's me and my boyfriend. And he is the dumb one in a relationship, and basically I make him read because he has a learning disability, and then I mentally abuse him for it. And
wow, this sounds amazing.
That sounds really loving, actually.
Love it.
And you know, while we're taking this break, you know, maybe look it up on Apple iTunes or Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, called Great Hang with Myka. You know, if you're in the New York area. If you're in the New York area, you should also come see my live show with Mateo Lane called Yelling at Twister, the greatest worst movie ever made.
It is the greatest worst movie.
That sounds fun.
Where the villain is wind.
The villain.
It's picking up our sound though anyway if we have to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I actually, to be honest, I don't.
Let's just do the Zoom.
Yeah.
And we'll just say it we'll say it so they know what's happening.
We'll say what? So who knows what's happening?
We'll say, so when you edit it, we'll be like, we just ran out of, sorry if the sound is changing. That's somewhere comfortably in front of you. That's just gonna.
I don't know how to, I don't know. Okay.
All right.
I think we never learned how to delete. We should probably look at the manual.
We'll figure it out now.
Cool.
Well, for those of you who are listening and not on the YouTube Live, you just missed some really great content. We ran out of room on our Zoom, so now we're just using the Zoom sounds. If that won't make any sense to you, but it does to us.
Yeah.
Great.
That's all we need to know.
Great. So where were we, Cow's Bells?
All right, so we were
Highwood, Days Inn.
Hot Boys.
Hot Boys.
Where'd you go to the Days Inn? Why didn't you invite me? What were you doing in there? What diseases did you get?
Hanging out with the Hot Boys.
Last question, Micah. What is the oldest American college marching band? Founded in 1845 and first performed at their football game in 1887. Was it A, the University of Notre Dame, Band of the Fighting Irish, B, Cornell University's Big Red Marching Band, or C, Purdue's All-American Marching Band?
Fuck. I mean, they are all so equally interesting. God, I want to say, you know, I love chicken, so I'm going to say Purdue.
Good guess, but it's not. It was actually Notre Dame.
What kind of
all right.
do you love?
For whom the bell
tolls. Preparation. Yes.
My favorite preparation of chicken. I mean,
yes, Micah. That's where we've gone.
Easy. I mean, like it's hard to narrow it down. You know, I love a hot wing. I love fried chicken.
Yeah.
You
know, do you do a waffle with it? Do you like the waffle chicken combo?
I do like that, but I don't seek that out.
Understood.
You know.
Understood. Same.
Yeah.
I'll eat it, but it's not what I'm gonna order most likely.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're great. I think it's great. It just is like, you know, maybe I should, you know, because I'm usually getting like a salad, you know, I'm trying to be like you can't eat those things.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad.
Maybe you need to go on.
It's sad.
Just take yourself on a fried chicken and waffle date.
You know, I think you're right.
Just do it. Live a little, see what it's like. You're healthy. You're not going to do it all the time, but like, you see what all the.
No, once I do it once, that's it.
I see.
You got to do it somewhere unusual, so you don't bring it into your home.
Somewhere where you can't like go really far away to get it,
so it doesn't get associated with your house and your routine.
But yeah, no, I do think that's great, and you know, now you've just triggered me. I'm gonna call the guy.
Cool. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna call the guy.
Got my chicken.
I gotta go. I gotta eat the chicken.
Sorry, hold on. Yeah,
love it.
I gotta prepare. Maybe you need to like enema or something for it. You know, make room. Riveting conversation.
Riveting.
Let's move on. Yeah. That was it.
That's it?
Yeah.
What was it called, that game?
Marching Band Bonanza.
Wow. You know, I learned so much. Micah, you are winning the game right now with 5 points. Kelly has 3 and I have 2. So, I need to get my life together.
With our points combined, we're actually tied with her.
That's true.
So next.
Oh wait, because mine are combined points. You guys are trying to beat.
We're all trying to beat each other.
We're trying to beat each other.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but
I've had more opportunities.
We would only combine to like. Well, yeah, I guess we would combine and we would be a winner. I guess we can only win together.
Right now we're tied though. If we were together. Anyway, Micah, you're winning.
Okay.
It's fucking recess, you guys.
Oh, great.
Recess is a time for reflection.
Recess is the time to
eat a peanut butter and jelly with your mom leaving a note. Did your mom leave you notes, Kelly?
No.
Really?
I don't think so.
Micah, did your mom ever write you a note?
I did get notes in my lunch when I was little.
I guess I'm the only one whose mom didn't love them.
I did too. Yeah. I got little sometimes they were a little longer, like a couple sentences, and sometimes they were just like a heart and like an I love you.
Okay.
Is that okay?
No, it's fine. I just feel like completely left out.
Oh my God. Sorry to bring it
up. No, I'm kidding. I'm just like, wow. Either I don't remember it or
you need to get yourself a fortune cookie, Kelly.
That's what I need to do. Yeah, that's the virtual mother.
Micah, what did you eat at lunch?
If I was bringing from home, turkey sandwich, you know, probably half a bell pepper wrapped in tinfoil. You know what I mean? Some real gross shit. If I was buying it, my favorite bought one was there was this turkey with mashed potatoes and gravy. It was just disgusting, but it was real salty and good, and it came with a nice roll. Yeah.
Wait, can we get back to that half a bell pepper and tinfoil?
Yeah.
Did your mom pack you a bell pepper like you would eat it like an apple?
Well, it was halved, and then the middle. Sometimes, it would just be I believe she usually cut them up, but I wouldn't put it past her to just cut it in half.
I imagine when you said it too, I imagined it just as its little bowl.
Yeah.
And I'm just chomping away on it. I mean, that's good. I love bell peppers and I will eat them that way, but interesting choice for a kid.
My mom used to make me jelly and cream cheese sandwiches. Did anyone else eat those?
I've had a couple of those in my life, I think. Mm-hmm.
You were that kid, huh?
Yeah.
I've seen those, but as a Jew, I was like, this is not proper cream cheese usage.
Well, that's right, but I'm Jewish. That's what's so weird about it. Well, my Jewish family, like, they didn't cook, so maybe they didn't truly understand.
She just didn't know what she was doing. She's just like, these things should work.
Yeah. But thinking about it now, it's like, that's not what a kid wants.
But you ate it.
That's kind of sweet. It's like a Danish.
It is like a Danish.
It is,
It's like a blintz.
It's like a blintz.
I'm sorry I said that about not being a proper Jewish usage. I take it back. I think I'm wrong. I think you guys were models.
You're probably right.
I think like a bagel would be first choice for a Jew. I think an English muffin would be second choice. I think by the time a Jewish person got down to bread, it would be a desperate situation.
Wow.
But maybe
unless it was unleavened, am I right?
Right.
Yeah.
But maybe it was like a oh, you know, we ate this back in the war, you know, like maybe
it's always about a war, some
sort of famine,
yeah,
like some sort of firstborn son,
just tragedy after tragedy,
ate only jelly and, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Micah, did you have an embarrassing story for recess?
Oh yeah, I just there was like in middle school I was like friends with a group, and you know, like they just decided to like cut me out, which I think is like such a baller move on their part, but pretty sad for me.
Yeah. How did they do that? What did they do to cut you out?
Well, it was always via note, and when I say it was always, it happened to me like 2 years in a row.
No.
So I kind of got to think it was probably me now that I'm.
Wow. They wrote you a note like you can't sit with us anymore, or
yeah, basically, yeah, like we don't want to be friends anymore. Yeah.
Ew.
Oh, that's so fucked.
Is that sad?
Up.
Yeah.
And now look at me, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, look at me now with all the friends on Zoom.
Mm-hmm. So many friends on Zoom.
And all my friends at home.
2-liter bottles.
All my YouTube live fans who just subscribed to my podcast, Great Hang with Tim and Myka.
Yes. We'll make sure everyone listens to your podcast. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I definitely dumped a boy or two over notes. You know?
Yeah.
Did you guys keep your notes? Like, do you still have your notes or some of your notes?
I think my sister recently made me throw all that stuff away to make room in the garage for stuff because she's having a baby, so she gets to unilaterally make decisions about what gets thrown away and what doesn't.
Oh my God. I have like 2 shoe boxes.
I think I have some stuff where I'm like, don't make me throw this away.
I have pretty good notes though. I should get those next time I go home.
Yeah, if you have any,
them on the show.
I think at some point I did. I have tons of like notebooks, but a lot of like loose paper I did throw away because it was just felt like too. I just felt like a hoarder. So I'm like, these loose papers need to go. But like I have like old notebooks that I've kept that are probably full of stuff like that.
We would do this horrible thing where we would write down all the girls' names and all the boys' names, and then we would rate them from 1 to 10. Of how like good looking they were.
Yeah.
And I think about that now. I
don't know if I did that, but
horrible.
I'm sure I would have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd be like, Jenna gets a 2.
Well, as long as you don't see it.
Yeah, but like, who knows if they would? What if they did see it? That's horrible.
Well, kids are horrible. I think we've covered that. Kids suck, and you know we should just all stop having them forever.
Right.
Let's end. There's a really easy way to end the species.
The last generation.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
Right?
We are
the last
generation.
All right, shall we move on?
Let's jar it.
All right, let me find my next quiz. So we went from statistics to linguistics.
Woo! Fuck yeah.
Let's play a little linguistics quiz called First Statistics, Now Linguistics. All right, so not only did Myka take linguistics, but she was like really into it. And I love that at that age, there was like passion behind something more than like theater or music class. Like for a college kid to be obsessed with linguistics, I think I'm pretty horny for it. Okay. So Kelly, what is linguistics? Just because you've taught this class before, do you want to tell this?
Yeah, no, of course.
This is not for a point. This is just to tell.
Who else loved linguistics?
Do you remember who you did it for?
Who did I do it for? It may have been Chris Harbour.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't remember.
Linguistics. Language. Study of how we communicate as a species, and then specifically with different languages, what our words and inflections mean. The structure, the grammar,
phonetics, semantics.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Basically, how we communicate with each other.
I think I said exactly
the language that we use. Great job,
said
Kelly.
Exactly that.
All right,
and I don't get a point for that, huh?
No, that was just to remind the class.
You get a point for statistics.
So let's start with Myka. Kelly did a pretty straightforward linguistics class many moons ago, and
it wasn't straightforward. It was very convoluted.
It was very convoluted. So I went a different direction, and I Lindsayed it up a little bit. So we're going to talk about a particular country, okay? And this country, Myka, is known for things like their beautiful beaches, their coral reefs, their active volcanoes, but they're also known for its cultural and biological diversity. This country has so many tribal languages with their own languages. So like so many different tribal villages, with their own languages. So they have 851 unique languages in this country alone. So as a country, this has the most number of living languages. They even have a sign language for one of the tribes. I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to give you multiple choice, what country is this that has the 851 unique languages?
I think I know.
Is it A, Papua New Guinea, B, Tanzania, or C, Indonesia?
I'm going to say Papua New Guinea.
That is correct.
Wow.
They're known to be the most culturally diverse country.
Which is the one where they suck the little boys' dicks? Or the little boys suck the older boys' dicks?
I don't know. Do you want to look
it might be them. You know, Papua New Guinea is they're a matriarchal society as well. So the women rule there. Something to.
So is that why all the men are just sucking each other's dicks?
Because the women are
That's probably
it. With you guys, that's gotta be it.
It's gotta be it.
No,
they pass the last name through the woman and all that.
That's cool.
Wow.
So they're doing some things right and doing some questionable things. No one's perfect, you know.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, Kelly.
Yes.
This is a term used to refer to the languages that haven't evolved from another language. Ooh. So a lot of our languages evolve and they take form through other languages. But this term means it's just its own language and it's not from another language. Is it A, lingua franca, B, language isolate, or C, pidgin, P-I-D-G-I-N?
Language isolate.
That is correct.
Pidgin is like combination of languages, usually like a colonial, like someone coming in to like an indigenous area, so they have kind of a mix.
That is correct.
And franca means new.
So, yes. I wrote this down.
Damn, that was really impressive, Kelly.
Really,
I'm gonna take 2 seconds. I need to scream for my cat outside because I don't see where she went, and I can usually see her. So she's probably fine.
Yeah, she's probably getting a rat. When we came on, Micah told us that her cat was actively killing a rat in the backyard. So.
Oh. I'm an idiot. She was inside.
What's the cat's name?
Toe.
No,
sorry. Yeah.
That's so cute.
Why? Yeah, when I adopted her, she had brothers, Tick and Tack, that were adopted first. So she was just like Toe, just sitting there on her own.
That's so cute.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
And funny. I love it.
So a lingua franca is basically when two different groups of people don't speak the same language and they kind of come up with their own to communicate with each other.
Oh, interesting.
So like I would think something like broken English, or like when you try to like Spanglish, right? When you hear like,
so it's kind of just a
kind
combination.
of meet in the middle. It's like a combination. You say
that
the
it doesn't
words
become its own language.
Yeah, but it's just a way to communicate with each other if you don't speak the same language. Okay, so let's talk about language isolates. Micah, in theory, there are about 75 language isolates in the world. However, most of them are extinct or on the verge of extinction. So there are a few language isolates that are still spoken, and one of these is one of those languages. Is it A, Korean, B, Bengali, or C, Turkish? Which one of these just came from itself? Didn't come from another language. Korean, Bengali, or Turkish?
God.
That's tough.
I'm gonna say Korean.
That is correct.
Wow.
It is an island. So
Yes, it is an island.
Is it?
I don't know. For instance, so other language isolates are Basque, Ainu, Ainu, Sumerian, and Korean.
Sumerian is not spoken anymore. That's like the first civilization.
Right, but that was a language isolate.
Got it.
All right, cow's bells.
Yes.
If we go back to the 13th century, what year?
The 1200s.
1200s. The English word for this color was geolurid. So it's Geoluhread. Geolurid, meaning red yellow at that time.
Where are we?
We are in the 13th century, and we don't know where we are.
Okay.
However, when the English-speaking people were introduced to a certain kind of fruit, the name changed to what we know as of today. What is the modern-day geolurid? Geolurid.
What happened with the fruit? I'm a little confused.
Can't say it again. I'm sorry.
Because it doesn't make sense?
No, because you're going to get it right.
You think that it gives it away?
Yeah.
But did you skip a word?
No, just there's a fruit involved.
There's a fruit involved. Orange.
Yes! Okay. So that color was called geolurid.
I think we should go back.
And then they saw an orange, and they were like, why are we saying this long word? Let's just call it an orange.
You think that was the reason?
That's what they said.
Like this is just too long of a word.
In the 16th century, they just changed the word to orange because of the fruit.
It took them 300 years to change it.
It took them a long time, Kelly. Yeah. All right, let's.
God, imagine how many times geolurid would have made it into a poem.
You have to find a rhyme. It's a whole thing.
That's probably what it was. Yeah.
I feel like Kelly might know this one. I'm going to ask Micah. Micah, if you go to the Amazon rainforest, Brazil, there's a tribe called Piranha. They use a unique language named Piranha. This language has only 2 words for color. So they don't use any words for color. They just use 2 words to describe different colors. What are those 2 words? I can give you an A, B, and C. They use the words light or dark, bright or dim, or day or night. Light or dark, bright or dim, day or night. And
I'm assuming these are translated from.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
But that's.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Piranha.
I don't know it.
I'm gonna say light or dark.
Yes, Micah Fox, killing it. All right, I'm gonna do one more question for Kelly, and then an extra credit for both of you. Kelly, you have heard of synonyms, antonyms. But have you heard of contronyms or autonyms? What are contronyms? What are contronyms? And can you give me an example?
It just sounds like it would be the same as an antonym, but I don't know.
What do you mean by that? Can you describe?
Well, it just sounds like it means like opposite of.
Can you give me an example?
But that's what an antonym is.
Can you give me an example of what you're thinking?
Light and dark.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it. No, that is not correct.
Well, yeah, obviously. I was trying to talk through it, but I guess my time's up.
Do you want to talk through it a little bit more?
No, I really don't know.
Micah, do you have any idea?
A contronym? Yeah, those are words you use to describe the conflict in Iran.
Oh.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Such a good guess.
I mean, I think she's right about that. She's closer than I am.
Wow. Okay. So a contronym is a word, one word, with two different opposite meanings.
Oh.
So if your alarm goes off, it's actually going on, right?
Oh, interesting.
And you can turn something off. So off means on and off in that case. If your alarm goes off, it means your alarm is going on. And then turning something off, it means you're turning something off. So it's the same word.
Turning something on, what does that mean? Turning something on, turning something on. What's your second
Your alarm
example?
goes off means it turns on.
Turns on, right.
You're turning your alarm off means you're turning it off. So the same word off, the same word, it goes off.
Micah, are you with me? She's
yeah.
off and on.
No, I'm with Lindsay. Yes.
Yeah, okay,
really?
Good. Okay, good. I thought I was having a stroke. If your alarm goes off, it's going
Yes, I understand that.
If you turn your alarm off, it goes off. Quiet time.
Right.
So the word OFF means making a noise.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, we got it. Okay, we did it. Okay. Extra credit.
Yes.
Both of you can write this down, okay? And then you'll both have a chance to guess. How did we get the word alphabet? What are its origins?
What are its oranges?
What are its origins? The word alphabet, where does that come from? The word alphabet.
Whose question is this?
Both of you, you're going to write it down. Write it down. All right. Micah, are you ready?
I think so. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Kelly, guess.
Those darn Greeks.
Okay. You think the Greeks just made it up?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Micah?
I think the alphabet was named after the first two letters of the alphabet, A and B.
I'm giving her 2 points.
That's what I meant.
Alpha, beta.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said Greeks. Because those are Greek.
She's right too.
Greek letters.
She's right too.
That's what I meant.
I give her a half a point.
You're giving me a half a point?
I didn't really explain it. And
I thought it was obvious.
They just came up with it.
Yeah, though that's their language.
Okay. I gave you a half a point. Is that okay?
No, but it's okay.
I just don't know if everyone would have understood what you meant by that.
Well, the teacher should have.
I understand what the answer is.
Right.
Okay.
It's fine. Whatever.
Well, we did it. Kelly, last class.
Thank God. Are we done?
No, Micah has 10. Yes, that game is done. Micah's in the lead with 10 points. Kelly has 5.5, and I only have 2. So, Jesus
I'm going to call that 6 for me.
Here we go.
Let's see. Where are we going now, guys?
Where are we going?
Woo! Let's see. Where could we go in class today? Now it's time for our period.
Oh, we're getting
It's not. No, we're not getting our period. We're going to our last period.
Oh.
But you know what? It's a fun one. Micah's not going to skip this one. We're going to theater class.
Oh, all right.
Ooh, jazz hands.
Although it's theater history, so it's a little more boring. And this class is called What a Bunch of Thespians.
What a bunch of thespians.
So you were in Thespian Society, Micah?
Oh, yeah. I was a big thespian.
Yeah. did you guys do plays, musicals? What was your like? Did you do?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you write things? Like, what was the vibe of your society?
Well, the society was like basically just all the classes that you could take in high school, like theater class, and then you earned points to be in society by working on plays or acting in them in some capacity.
Okay.
So it wasn't like, aside from like the dinner where you induct people into it, there wasn't like much else happening. Like there wasn't like weekly meeting. Maybe there was. I probably ditched those now that I think about it.
Now that you think about it.
Did you?
Because now that I think about it, yeah, people were like voted as officers, and there was, yeah,
there was some kind of thing, yeah.
There was something, but I don't think I ever took it that seriously.
To that level, yeah.
Yeah.
So did you do a lot of plays?
I did like I wasn't cast a lot. I'm not a good actor, so it was a lot of dashed dreams, but I still managed to make it in as like a tree and shit,
Right.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yes, tree number 4.
Well, listen, this is, I guess, why I had Greeks on the brain, because we're going back to ancient Greece, okay, guys? We're going back to, actually, this is my first question. What year are we going back to? Because I don't know if you guys know about Thespis. Have you heard of this dude?
I've heard of this guy.
So he's why we're all called thespians, and you know what he liked to do behind closed doors. No, he was the first actor.
Yes.
He was considered the first actor. And on November 23rd of what year did he become the first actor? And we'll get into like why he's considered that, but like, do we know what time period we're talking about? I'll actually give you both a chance to guess this, and we'll do like an over-under of, we'll just say, honestly, just 100 years. Like, just see who gets closer.
All right. Okay, I'm going to go with 207 after Christ was born.
Okay. I might need
I mean, I think you're close, Lindsay. I was like trying to decide if it was like BC or not. When was fucking Plato around and shit? I'm going to just say the Aristotelian era. Do I have to name a number?
I'm gonna need a number.
Fuck, I don't know that. Okay. I'll say 1.
Wow.
Year
Good
1.
job. Oh, it's just like Price is Right. Yeah. Not really, but in a way, it makes sense to me. Okay. Micah is closer.
What is it?
It's actually 534 BCE.
Wow.
So she was closer. You were later.
So this was a question in our last episode that we were just talking about before Micah. What came first, like the Romans or... Wait, what were we asking in the last episode? Jesus or the Romans?
I don't remember this.
Forget it.
Because my gummy's kicking in.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, okay.
Forget it. All right, so Micah, so it's 500 BCE.
Yeah, who killed Jesus? Was
Julius Caesar?
Was it Julius Caesar?
Was Julius Caesar around for Jesus?
Was Julius Caesar before or after Jesus? And is he the one who killed Jesus?
Do you know, Micah?
That's not what we studied in Hebrew school.
That's what I said.
Why isn't this studied?
That's what I said.
Okay.
That was kind of like after the fact,
Right,
Yes.
It was like after this year, we're done.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't figured out all the stuff before. Let's work on that.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. I guess the listeners will have to write us and let us know.
I refuse to look it up. Someone must tell me.
I can't look it up.
Yes. Okay. All right. So Micah got a point for that.
Got it.
All right. So let's go to you, Lindsay.
Yes.
He stepped out on the stage and became the first actor at an important festival in which the central events were the theatrical performances of dramatic tragedies, and then later on some comedies as well. But first it was the tragedy, more important, right? Mm-hmm. What was this important festival? Was it A, and this is like huge this was the original Greek life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so was it A, the Dionysia, which was a large festival held in Athens to honor the god Dionysus? Or
sounds about right.
B, the the Panathenea, which was the most important festival for Athens and one of the grandest in the entire ancient Greek world.
I see what you're doing here, but Dionysus?
Yes.
Okay.
That's correct.
I was like,
but those are both real.
Yes.
Just that was
the other one seems more sporty.
I think it was sporty.
I think it's more
Don't quote me on that.
Oh.
But I think it was sporty.
Little PE extra credit over here.
Heyo. Yeah. Okay, good job. Micah, number 3. So there were judges for these tragedies. They were like competitions, okay? So there were judges. One from each of the tribes would vote on the best performance in each competition, with prizes awarded to producers, directors, playwrights, and winning productions. I mean, it was like the Oscars. So in 534 BCE, the festival's first award was given to the actor and playwright Thespis. I'm not sure if he was the first one that was ever awarded. Whatever. Anyway, he was there and he got the awards for that year. But he was the first. This was the first time they actually gave like an actor like their own award. I think like one person. Yeah. So that's what they mean. Okay. My brain's getting loopy. What did he do differently that made him the winner and set him apart from all the other performers? What made him the first actor, Micah?
Did he memorize lines?
Ooh, good guess.
Well, I mean, there were lots of songs, and like the chorus had their words and things that they spoke and sang, right? So
he delivered a monologue, I guess. Like, he didn't sing.
Yes. He stepped out of the chorus and became a character rather than a storyteller.
Wow.
So he like
that sounds like exactly what I said.
You said monologue, and I don't think they had monologues before that, so she definitely gets the point.
I gave it.
Okay.
I gave it to her because I respect her.
Thank you. Also, just because she was right. You don't have to be up her ass. I mean, well, why not? It's kind of your.
Come on, the more the merrier.
Thing. I didn't give you the Greek point. That's what I meant.
Oh, then I see. You don't like me. I get it. It's fine.
I love you. I
remember when you talked about bullying in high school and middle school? Yeah.
I want to know from the listeners if they understood Kelly's. Forget it. Just keep going.
The thing about the opposites.
Yes.
Oh, the alpha beta.
Forget it.
It's because I'm actually too smart. So you know what I mean?
Nobody understands you. Nobody gets you because you're so smart.
That's what it is. I'm alone on this plane that I'm on. You know what I mean? I'm alone in this world of my own intelligence. If only. All right. Whose turn is it?
It's my turn.
All right. Lindsay.
Yes.
What was Thespis' prize? Was it A, a goat, B, an ox, or C, an ivy wreath?
These are good. These answers are good.
Thank you.
Ivy wreath seems so Greek,
Doesn't it?
It seems like really Greek, but then there's 2 animals. And an ox, it's like screaming ox at me.
Sure.
Like, who thinks of that?
Right, it's like a big animal. It's probably very valuable.
God, then what do I do? I'm going to go with ox.
You're incorrect.
What was it?
Micah, would you like a chance to steal?
What?
Well, I actually am going to say an ox. Even though I know he won the Oscars.
He did.
He won
I won't say that. Well,
but ching.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to give me another chance when there was. I'm not going to tell you how to run your show. Listen, all right, fuck it.
Just did.
Gotta go.
Point.
Yeah.
She gotta go. You gotta go.
Yes, that is correct. Lindsay, if she gets one wrong, I'll give you the chance, okay? Relax. That is correct because the word tragedy translates literally as goat song for all you linguists out there. Okay, just 2 more questions, guys, and then we're going to tally up the points. This is the end of our game here. We're nearing the end. Micah, Aristotle defined 3 key elements to make a tragedy. Okay? Let's see. Oh, I didn't actually write a question here. Cool. So I'm going to tell you what the 3 are in Greek. There's hamartia, anagnorisis, anagnorisis, and peripetia. So these translate to, okay, is peripetia A, reversal, the change from one state of affairs to its exact opposite, or B, anagnorisis, recognition, a change from ignorance to knowledge leading to friendship or hostility on the part of the persons who are marked for good fortune or for bad?
What's the question?
What?
Peripetia. These are the three key elements that Aristotle defined that make a tragedy. So is peripetia the reversal of fortune?
Okay.
Or recognition, where they change from ignorance to knowledge?
I'm gonna say reversal of fortune.
That is correct. Wow.
Micah?
So peripetia is change from one state of affairs to its exact opposite, a reversal of fortune. And then agnorisis, recognition, change from ignorance to knowledge, leading either to friendship or to hostility on the part of those persons who are marked for either good fortune or bad. So, like, you realize that your good deeds have led you to good, or your bad deeds have led you to something bad. And then hamartia is a mistake or error of judgment, called, like, the tragic flaw of the character, right? So those are,
Wow,
3 elements of tragedy.
Oh my God, last question.
Last question, Lindsay. Oh. The goal of these 3 tragic elements for the audience is for the audience to achieve what? A, group climax, B, mercy of the gods, or C, catharsis?
Oh God, I've heard of all these things. Catharsis?
Yes.
Woo!
You, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus. Oh my God,
this
is it, you guys. We're going to tally up the points. We're going to see who is the valedictorian of this week's episode of Fuck You, I'm Smarter. Unfortunately, I am in last place with 4 points, which is really unfortunate for all of us.
Oh, you're the loser.
I'm the loser. Kelly, you have 5.5 points.
6 points, yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, you have 5.5. I'm sorry, I can't give you a full point for that. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you how many points Micah has.
Okay.
If Kelly and Lindsay's points add up to less than Micah's points, Micah is our winner.
Okay, so how many points do we have?
So, together, we have 9.5 points. Kelly.
See, don't you wish that you had given me the
Fine,
extra
I'll
half
give us
a point?
10 points. 10 points. Together, Kelly and Lindsay have 10 points. Micah is our winner with 14 points.
Wow, it feels good that, there's so many people to thank right now. Yes. First of all, I'd like to thank my cat Toe for, distracting me. I'd like to thank my podcast partner Tim for giving me something to talk about, when the audio went down. Mostly I'd like to thank you guys for being really dumb and making me look smart. So thank you very much.
Beautiful. Very good. And now look us in the eye and tell us with feeling, fuck you, I'm smarter.
All right. All right. Fuck you, I'm smarter.
Yes!
Beautiful. All right,
Micah. It was so fun to be with you. Plug all your plugs. Tell our listeners where they can find you. Tell them about your podcast as well, just in case we didn't get the soundbite before.
Thank you guys so much. You can follow me on any social media, just at my name at MYKAFOX. Like Kelly and Lindsay said, I'm the best Twitterer on the planet. So if you disagree, don't let me know. And check out my podcast, Great Hang with Micah and Tim, where you get to hang out with 2 of the funnest hangs of all time. Me and my boyfriend, Tim, who's a dumb idiot.
Love it. I love it so much because, we started this podcast because we're dumb idiots.
Exactly.
So I feel like the 4 of us could really do the Lord's work.
Yeah, you should come on with him sometime and we'll see who's
could
really
play
dumber.
against each other.
That would be very fun. I'll make sure to do that.
Okay.
Yes, I'll invite his ass. You guys would beat him. Yeah.
Well, you never know. I mean, there's very little happening up here these days, so we just don't know what would actually happen. To our listeners, we love you. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe. Tell your friends. Follow us at Kelly and Lizzie on Instagram. And email us if you know if Julius Caesar was the person who killed Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's time to finally put it to rest, guys. Like, let's find out. Yeah.
I think so.
Survey says.
Statistics. We love you guys. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
All right, bye YouTube Live. Let me
bye YouTube Live.
And the
YouTube Live.
How do I end it? Did it already end?
I don't know. Probably not.
Oh wait, I do it